Hey everybody, in today's video I'm going to go over Excel's TRIMMEAN function, how it works, and why you may want to use it. So what the TRIMMEAN function does is allows you to calculate the average from a list of values, but excluding outliers. So in this example here, I've got a list of numbers that I've randomly generated, and I've used Excel's built-in average function. So it's just take an average of these 10 values and returns 32.9. Now, if I were to use the TRIMMEAN function, all I have to do is select this array, just as I would with an average. And then the second argument in the TRIMMEAN function is the percent. So this is the percent that I want to exclude. So if I type in 0.2, so 20% of these 10 values means I'm excluding 2 values. It's going to automatically pull the largest and smallest value out of this and then average what's left. So this TRIMMEAN function returns a value of 31.5. So that's lower than the simple average of 32.9. So how is this calculated? So I'm going to copy these values over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort them from smallest to largest. So if I were to exclude these two values here, the smallest and the largest, and just delete them. And now if I were to do the average function as well, this time just selecting this list, now I've got 31.5. So that's what that TRIMMEAN function is doing. It's essentially removing the top and bottom numbers from this list and then recalculating the average based on that. Now, if I were to change this to say, let's say I want to exclude 40%, change this 0.2 to 0.4, then it's going to remove 2 values. So let's say I remove the 4 and the 58 as well. And now I've got 31.667. So as you can see, that's how it's automatically adjusting that range and trimming those values before it's calculating the mean or average. So that's how that works. Now, the one thing to watch out for, though, with this TRIMMEAN function is if we have an amount or have a percentage where it's going to result in an uneven number from both sides. So for example, if I type in 0.3, 30%, it's not going to readjust based on my calculation. It's going to go back to that calculation where it just removed 2 numbers, one from the top, one from the bottom. And the reason being is because it can't pull out 3 numbers evenly out of a list of 10. It can't just decide it's going to pull the top 2 and the bottom, the lowest value, or vice versa. So unless it can pull an even number from the top or the bottom, it's going to still be removing those 2 values. So let's set this up and I'll show you an example of what I mean by this. So let's say we've got TRIMMEAN at 20%, 25%, 30%, 35%, and 40%. So now I'm going to use the TRIMMEAN function here, select that array, and I'm going to freeze that. And for my percentage, I'm going to reference the values on the left-hand side here. So initially, it's going to take 20%. So we can see that 20% is that 31.5. And then if I copy it all the way down, you can see it stays intact until we get to 40%. Because only at this point will we have an equal number of numbers that we can remove from the data set, the top 2 and the bottom 2. At 30%, we can't pull out 3 numbers, so it's still just taking out 2 numbers from this list. So if you're using this function, that's an important thing to keep in mind, because by assuming that by entering 30%, you might assume that it's actually removing 30% of the data points, which in this scenario would not be correct. So unless you've got an even number that it's able to pull out, it's not going to be able to actually pull out 30%. So even though here I've got 30%, here I've got 35%, it's technically still only removing 20% of the data. So that's just one thing to keep in mind if you're using the TRIMMEAN function, that unless it can pull an equal number, it's not going to be necessarily accurate based on that percentage that you've entered in there. Next, let's also compare how the TRIMMEAN function works in relation to the median function. So the median is going to average the middle 2 values or just take the middle value. So the median function, we just specify the range and it's going to average out, in this case, the 2 middle numbers. So 32.5. So you can see with the average, we've got 32.9. The TRIMMEAN, we've got 31.5, 31.7, depending on how much we exclude. The median gives us 32.5. So which function you decide to use for averaging or determining what number you want to say is sort of the middle area of your data set really is up to you. There's just a lot of different ways that you can do this. With the trimming function, you're splitting out the outliers. With the average, that can potentially get skewed by high or low values. And the median function is always going to pull that middle range, so it's kind of going to ignore everything else anyways, and it's going to strictly focus on that middle piece. So depending on what you want to do, you may want to use one or more of these functions to get a gauge of how widespread your data set is. So let's do another example here. So I'm going to clear this out, and let's copy these random numbers one more time. And the one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sort these just to make it clear where we've got the highest and lowest values. So here we've got if we're excluding the 40% of the values, the bottom 4 and the top 4, then 48 and 47 are still fairly large. They're 10 points higher than 35. So let's change these to 37 and 38, just so we got a tighter data set with these remaining 6 values. So now let's see what this will look like when we compare the average, the trim mean, and the median values. So if I just take the average function again, select these values, I get 30.9. So as you can see, it's lower just because we've got smaller values in here. Now let's take a look at the trim mean function. So I'm going to copy this formula over here, and I'm just going to reference this range now. So now the trim mean function gives me 29. Let's see if we have any decimal places. No. So an even 29. Let's copy that down. So 29, 28.33 if we exclude 40% of the data points. Now let's also do the median. Paste that in here. So the interesting thing about the median, it does not change because it's always looking at those middle numbers. So 32.5 versus 32.5. So that one isn't going to change regardless of the other data points. The average is going to come down once we've shrunk down some of those numbers. And the trim mean function as well has actually gone even lower, down to 29 and as much as 28.3, because those surrounding data points are much lower. So in this case, we can see, there's a bigger gap between the trim mean values and the median values because, 28 versus 32, that's a bigger spread versus 31.7 and 32.5. So one way we could interpret this is we can see that the median, there's a big gap between the median and these trim mean values, much more than it was in this case, because the middle values are further away from the surrounding values, right? So there's more disparity in that case. Here, it's a bit tighter. The median values are closer, the middle values are closer to the rest of the values when we're removing those outliers. So a lot of different ways that you can sort of interpret this data. So I would suggest using multiple functions in this case, using average, trim mean, and the median, just to sort of gauge what your data set looks like and maybe which number you think is most appropriate. And it may give you insights as to any sort of issues with your data to try to uncover, if there are a lot of outliers, if your average is skewed or not. In this case, there's not a huge disparity. So it's fairly similar, but not a lot of differences. So the trim mean function is just another tool that you can use in calculating your average. Just bear in mind and stay aware that, if you put in 30% or 35% or you had these odd percentages, it's not necessarily going to be excluding that percentage. So just keep that in mind when using that, because that can give you a false assumption in that case if you're thinking that it's actually going to remove that, when in reality it's not going to actually remove all those outliers unless it's got an even number from the top and bottom of your range that it can remove. So that's a wrap for this video on the trim mean function. If you did like it, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.